Okay, so now we're going to find the answer to part B. Find the particular solution of y equals f of x to the differential equation with the initial condition f of -1 equals 1 and state its domain. So there's two things that are being asked. One, find the particular solution of the differential equation listed above, which I rewrote, and the domain of what y is. So this might sound complicated, but it's really not that bad. The first thing we need to do is find what y is and what x is without the dy and dx there. Okay? So we want to get rid of dy and dx, and we only really see dy and dx when we integrate something, right? And so we need to get rid of these with an integral. So in order to actually get rid of these, we need to separate the variables so that y's are on one side and x's on the other. Okay, so in order to make that happen, I need to multiply both sides by its corresponding part. I want dy on top, right? So I need to actually divide this one by 1 plus y. Okay, I want to move this to the other side, so I'm going to multiply both sides by dx. Now, it seems like a lot to do at once, but it's actually not that bad. We get 1 over 1 plus y dy equals 1 over x dx. Now, if you don't like doing both these steps at once, I recommend that you do one of them at a time, okay? It's just one more step, but as long as you don't get confused, it's going to be fine. We're going to integrate them. So I got to write the integral. And the integration of this is actually just the natural log of 1 plus y and the natural log of x. Okay. Plus c. This c is actually very important. It's the initial condition. This is where we can actually figure out what the actual function is. Instead of all these possibilities when we integrate, finding out what that c is tells us where we actually lock in to this. Okay, I know that sounds interesting, but that's what slope fields are, all the possibilities. Okay, c is a particular solution, particular solution to this differential equation. The good thing is that they give us initial condition right here. Okay, every time we plug into a function, that is our input, x, and our output, y. So because I have x and y here, I'm just going to plug it in and help find out what this c value should be. So if I plug that in, I have the natural log of 1 plus 1 equals the natural log of 1. Oh, negative 1. Okay. So that negative 1 is actually just positive 1 because it's absolute. And the natural log of 1 is always 0. Okay. So it looks like c is the natural log of 2. Okay. And so now my equation for this is the natural log of 1 plus y and the natural log of x plus the natural log of 2. Now, because 2 is a positive number, there's no wild variables. you can just put 2. You don't need the absolute signs anymore. Okay. Now, because they share the same base, you can simplify this. But if you have a hard time with logs, you don't actually have to simplify anything. You can leave it like this and still solve for y and get your points if this is an FRQ question on the AP exam. So I'm not going to simplify. I'm just going to treat it as it is, and then I'll show you what the simplified answer will look like if you really care. So this will break off this natural log and leave 1 plus y equals, and I said I was going to keep everything, so I'm literally just going to write everything down. Okay, and all I have to do to solve for y is subtract that 1. So now my y is e to the natural log of x plus the natural log of 2 minus 1. Be very careful of where you place it. You got to make sure that this all looks like 1 power. If you want, you could do that, make a little shelf up there. It's really unorthodox, but as long as it makes a clear message that that's in a power, no one's going to sneeze at it. Now, you can stop here and you're done. Okay, so for those of you that are interested in this and like what that becomes, when we want to combine logs, so if we have log A plus log B, that gives us log A B, right? So if I know that, I can rewrite this right here. 1 plus y equals e to the natural log of AB. Now this is cool because, of 2x. Gives us the value 1 plus y equals e to the natural log of 2x. And we can get rid of this part, and we get 1 plus y equals 2x. Subtract that 1 now, and we actually get a pretty nice function, y equals 2x minus 1. You probably didn't guess that this monstrosity up here was actually something simple like this. Okay. Well, that's all I have to show you today. And, good luck on everything. Bye.